Hello, this is Brian Johnson with Finance and Commerce. We're pleased to be joined today with Audra Williams, new General Counsel with Kraus-Anderson. As leader of the company's legal function, Williams will develop and implement legal strategy for the entire Kraus-Anderson enterprise and will oversee legal services to Kraus-Anderson's operating businesses with particular emphasis on real estate construction and insurance matters. So, Audra, how you doing today? Thanks for joining me, first of all.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so how long have you been in your new position with Kraus Anderson?
This is my fifth week, so not very long.
Fifth week. Okay. And I just gave a very brief introduction to what you'll be doing and your duties. I wonder if you could walk us through a little bit more, expand on that a little bit, and tell us about your role with Kraus Anderson.
Sure. As you know, Kraus-Anderson is a family of companies. We have multiple entities in the under the KA umbrella, and so I will be providing legal services or coordinating legal services for all of the company's legal needs. I work with a team of four other attorneys and two legal admins, and two of the attorneys specialize in construction matters, so they negotiate the construction contracts and subcontracts. And then myself and one of the attorneys is involved more in the realty, the development, and asset management, holding period, that kind of thing for other assets owned by Kraus-Anderson Realty. And then the fourth attorney is my boss, who is in the Engelsman family, and he is managing corporate governance and some of the benefit plans and things like that that affect all the companies.
Okay. And so tell us a little bit about how you came into this role and what your background was prior to joining Kraus Anderson.
Yeah, I started my career at Dorsey and Whitney, and I was there for almost 10 years and decided to move in-house. So in 2011, I moved over to Ryan Companies and started there as a senior real estate attorney and was promoted during my time there to associate general counsel. And then at the end of the year last year, I met with some of the leadership over here at KA about the position and saw it as a great opportunity for, my own career growth and development, an opportunity to step into a leadership role, sit at the table with some of the senior leaders in the company and guide strategy and make, you know, um, legal decisions kind of primary as the company pivots and grows.
Okay. Did you always feel like you wanted to specialize in construction law in particular? And what sort of attracted you to that um, portion?
Yeah, that kind of specialty. Yes,
Yeah.
I was a summer associate at Dorsey when I was in law school,
Mhm.
and the way they set it up at the time is that you rotate through three or four groups within the firm, three or four departments in different practice areas. And I just fell in love with the real estate group at that time and have been practicing ever since.
Hmm. So how long have you been practicing overall now? You had some
24 years.
4 years. Wow.
Yeah.
How much has changed in that time from when you first started to now? Is it any big differences?
Yeah. I mean, I started my practice at Dorsey started 2 weeks after 9/11.
Hmm.
So there was a major impact on the industry, of course, in connection with that. And then we saw the 2008 recession. And so now, there's some economic uncertainty, but it feels like I can weather it much better than I could as a brand new lawyer or even as a seventh year associate. So, the tech piece has obviously changed quite a bit, in the time, and practicing law is a lot different than it used to be.
Hmm.
But, in a lot of good ways, I think.
Hmm. Hmm. And what are some of the bigger picture issues you're focused on now, and some things that are keeping construction lawyers like yourself awake at night? There's been a lot of talk, of course, about um, you know, tariffs and construction inflation and things like that. Are you seeing, for example, you know, price escalation clauses more and more in contracts? So what are you
Yeah.
dealing with now?
Yeah, that's a good question. We just met on that yesterday and talking about price escalation due to unforeseen circumstances versus a tariff. We can foresee that tariffs will be implemented at some point this year, and that will definitely affect the pricing of construction materials. So obviously that goes back to the owners, and just getting that clarity in the contracts is an important part of, protecting the business, because with the percentages they're talking, it's a significant amount of money, for the company, and obviously can't absorb that. So that's top of mind right now. There's been some changes in the Minnesota legislature about what constitutes an independent contractor in construction versus an office employee. So we're looking at that and adjusting some of our processes. And then I'm doing a fair amount of deal work as well. So continuing to negotiate leases and address condemnation actions and things like that.
Okay. So what do you like most about your job? Just sounds like you've got a lot of different things on your plate at.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like not knowing what I'll be facing when I come in the morning. It's really been keeping me on my toes, keeping me engaged,
Yeah.
keeping me challenged, and then when I need a break from the hard stuff, I can turn back to the real estate documents and take a mental break and just negotiate a lease for a minute, instead
Yeah.
of handling complex issues like tariffs or employment law challenges and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. What about immigration? Is that an issue too that has kind of crosses over into um, your work areas, or something that you're also looking?
Yeah, I mean, there's always concerns about ICE entering the workplace. I think every general counsel has got to be ready for that possibility.
Hmm.
And so we have revamped our crisis communications policies, and in the event something like that were to happen, particularly for our field workers who are out in public places, performing their jobs. That's something that is a great concern of mine.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, great. How has it been so far? You said about 5 weeks on the job. Did you just
Yeah.
hit the ground running right away?
Yeah, well, my predecessor, Tom Ratkowski, was able to transition with me for a week. So I had kind of that ramp up period. And then, yeah, it's been a lot of hitting the ground running, trying to answer some routine questions, some pretty novel questions, some really challenging questions. So it's been great. I really was ready for a move like this, and I'm really happy I took the plunge.
Yeah, and you mentioned Tom, and he's retiring. Is that correct?
Correct. After 38 years.
38 years. Wow. So
Yeah.
in that position for a long time.
Yes.
Were you able to pick his brain then a little bit before you
Yeah.
over?
He's on my speed dial.
Yeah. So
So I'm lucky he retired and didn't go to a competitor, so I can still reach out and ask him questions and things.
yeah, yeah. So did you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Did you go to school here? in the Twin
Yep,
Cities?
I went
Oh,
to the U of M for both undergrad and law school.
mm-hmm.
I moved here from Wisconsin, but that was so long ago. I feel like I'm a Minnesotan, 100%, except I
Yeah.
still cheer for the Packers.
Oh, you do. Okay.
But go T-Wolves.
Yeah, yeah. You and Gail Shore are both Packer fans.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's exciting. So you consider yourself a Minnesotan now, though, at this,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, yeah. Well, great. What else are you working on? Anything else in particular, that you want to touch on, or anything else that I didn't think to ask about?
Yeah, the insurance company, KA Insurance, has
Mhm.
its own set of legal issues and concerns. So I'm working with those guys too on, some coverages that we need and at the corporate level. And that's been another component of my job that I had dabbled in before, but is a much bigger part of it now.
Mhm. Yeah. Sounds interesting. Well, never a dull moment there.
Yeah, exactly.
Current environment and a lot of stuff going on. So, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, Audra, but it's just been good chatting with you, and good luck in your new position, and best wishes. Hopefully, we can stay in touch with if I'm ever writing about a legal issue or things
Yeah,
like that.
definitely. You
Yeah,
have my email, so always happy to talk to you.
sounds good.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.